I'm looking around. I'm checking myself out right here. I just want to make sure we're back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are back. We are ready to go. I know Stock Twitch just coming off their Stocktoberfest. Absolutely beautiful event down in, I believe, San Diego, Coronado, California. Guys, if you guys are out there, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a blast. But it feels so good to have you home. Come close to me. Everyone get close to your computer screen right now and let you know that I missed you. I want to virtually love you. I don't know if I can say that, but I will. Right now here, team, I am pumped to be back with the squad. I am pumped to be back with this team here. We are ready to go. If you guys are excited about today, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up right here, right now. If you guys are watching on Twitter, if you guys are watching on YouTube, if you guys are, again, just stumbling across this video in the algorithm and you found yourself lucky enough to be able to be here in this presence, whew, hit that thumbs on up and let's get ready to have ourselves an absolutely awesome day. So traders, we are getting ourselves pumped to say what is going to be the best play of today. What is going to be the stock that is going to make us the most amount of money? Because isn't that why you're here right now? To me, I feel like this is always my job. What is going to be the stock that is going to make traders the most amount of money, and what stock should they be aware of? So let's go ahead. Let's take some time. Let's break it all on down and make sure you know exactly what to be focusing on. Well, if we take a look at the scanners right now, we do have BKYI as the #1 top gainer on the day. Now, there's some things I like about BKYI. There's some things that I dislike about BKYI. And the thing that I dislike about BKYI is it's a little bit slow. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's more of like a personal preference, because right now when I take a look over on BKYI, I'm actually seeing a little bit more of a steady higher low pattern. There is nothing wrong with looking for a higher low setup. Let's go into a little bit of a lower time frame, like a 2-minute time frame, because once you have a higher low setup like this, stock trading does become very simple. And now you might say, Dek, how? How does stock trading become simple? Well, once you have a higher low setup, your game plan is already set for you. You do not need to sit here and overcomplicate things. Stock trading can be as easy as you make it. Now, it could be as difficult as you make it as well. If I want to throw in all these different indicators, go over these different moving averages, think about all these algorithms, sit here with a pencil and a notepad and start doing different, math equations. Or again, you could just use common sense, which is what I like to use. Common sense is the fact as in we bounce off the purple line, aka the uptrend. We bounce off the purple line. 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 The odds are this stock is going to continue to hold this trend line. But yes, at some point it's going to break. It could be again right now. It could be in 20 minutes. It could be in 2 hours. But the easiest way to really just be able to think about this play is, okay, I'm going to do a dip buy at the purple line, and then I'm going to have a stop loss underneath that dip buy. So the thing is, if this stock starts cracking this uptrend and we actually see weakness move in, we are allowing this to be our risk. Essentially, let's just make it in easy terms. We are allowing $100 to risk. And if the stock does get a bounce play right back on up, well, that's going to lead towards what? That's going to lead towards, let's say, a $500 profit. So we are keeping our losses very tight, and we're allowing our gains to get very big. We are trading with good supply zones at support levels where we know that we have good risk management, that the odds are in our favor to be able to win more than we lose. Not only are we getting filled where there could be a reversal on the upside, but we're also getting filled where we also have more opportunity on the upside. Now, at the same time here, traders, you might be a different type of trader. You might be a shorter. And you might say to yourself, all right, Dek, there's 2 areas that you could go ahead and pull the trigger on the short side. Number one, if this stock cracks this area. Remember, if this stock cracks this trend line, we are now again falling through support. The support line was the bounce, the bounce, the bounce, the bounce. At some point, we will fall underneath this line. And that's where technically this stock is going from bullishness to bearishness. So as again, the stock starts fading and falling and turning and dropping right here, this is where the bearishness starts taking on over. So there will be people, if this stock starts fading and falling underneath this uptrend, they're going to enter for shorts right here. And they're going to put a stop loss if it goes back above the uptrend. So if we crack underneath the uptrend, hey, let me go ahead and short this play. It has room to fall. If we go back above the uptrend, let me get out of it because it's now showing that it's reclaimed that support line and now it's bullish and there's a chance it could possibly bounce its way back on up. So this uptrend is going to give you not only a bounce play area, but it's also going to give you a shorting opportunity as well. Now, a lot of people are also saying, hey, Dek, there's a lot of strong resistance at this high right here. And if, again, we're looking at this high, this is also going to be your other area to be able to look for dip buys, or not dip buys, excuse me, look for breakouts or look for shorts. Now, we already know we can go ahead and get the dip buy right at the bottom. We know we would put a stop loss right underneath this area. We know that we could go ahead and look for a short if we ever start falling back on down, and we could have a stop loss if it bounces back on up. Those are the two different trades we could do at the trend line. Now, we can also do a lot of trades at top resistance. Top resistance, team, let's see what makes sense. We have been rejected once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times at the top. The odds are that when it moves itself back on up here, there will be another good shorting opportunity right here, and you place a stop loss above this. So the odds are it's going to run on up, hit that top area, fall and fade all the way back on down. As long as you have a stop loss right above resistance, you are only risking what you're willing to lose. You are risking a little amount for you to be able to win a good solid amount, right? So that's what I want you guys to be able to understand right here. If you are putting the odds in your favor, or at least having good risk management, it's very difficult to blow up an account. It's very difficult to lose 50 times in a row with good risk management, where you lose every single time. You just constantly lose, 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 lose. Most people do not blow up accounts by little tiny paper cuts, right? It's very hard, right? It's very difficult to blow up an account by having paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, paper cut, right? It's very tough to like ultimately injure someone like that. What usually happens is it's maybe a couple small paper cuts lead to frustration, where you become an ultimate bag holder. And the bag holding, where you have your full account bag holding, is usually where you end up into the biggest problems. Hey, I've been holding this stock for the last 6 months now. Why not? Screw it. I'm just going to hold it forever now, right? And that's usually where you end up blowing up an account. The other opportunity that you can do is look for that breakout. At some point, potentially, not always, but at some point, we could get that squeeze and spike. Now, everyone who is shorting a play right here is going to get short squeezed, and that's where that stock gets that pop. So while it's not my favorite area to buy at the high of the day, while it's not my favorite area that I like to project out there for everyone to buy at the high, buy at resistance, people will look for buying at breakouts. Now, the thing is, when you look for buying at breakouts, you need to understand the odds are it is going to turn and fade at those areas. So I haven't even looked behind me yet. Let's see what is happening behind this chart at this moment. What do we have? We have, again, a little bit of a crack right here. So what is actually starting to happen, as we can see? The stock is starting to go over to the bearish territory. Right now, some shorts are moving in over on this play. Deck, why? Because we are losing the floor, right? One of the options that we talked about that could be happening. We know, again, we have the bullishness on the upside. We have bearishness on the bottom side right here. So bullishness is on the upside, bearishness is on the bottom side. If this stock can work itself back on up, we do have strong resistance up next to around that 215 area. 215 is going to be strong resistance. And of course, this uptrend will now hold up as resistance. So am I in on, BKYI at this moment? The answer is no. I'm not in on BKYI right now. But again, BKYI is the #1 top gainer in the market right now. It does have a good uptrend, which unfortunately is starting to crack. I do have to give it to bears, at least at this moment. And when we take a look over on BKYI, there is actual good credibility behind this play. So we could see top gainers with news and filings, and we also have top gainers of all stocks. Now, it's great to know that the #1 top gainer of today is a credible stock. That is, again, good news. So if I wanted to take a look at this, you guys can see right here, BKYI did come out, right? You could see this came on out 2 hours ago at 5 a.m. Eastern time. BKYI International and I2 Trust partner to strengthen IAM and biometric security across the Nordic region of Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. So basically, the company is expanding. The company is growing. The company is getting bigger. Now, that's going to make traders excited, right? When a company expands, when a company gets bigger, when a company grows, investors like it. There's nothing wrong with that in any sort of way. Now, if you were awake at the time of 5 o'clock, you can see BKYI came out right here. BKYI came on out, 1-star press release, up 146% at this time. You guys can see BKYI and I2 Trust partners strengthen, yada, yada, yada. And again, that is a stock that did come out on the news scanner. But again, most people aren't awake at 5 a.m. in the morning, of course, right? SOHO was at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. That's a 3-star press release that came on out. Stock is getting acquired by another company, shooting on up towards a different price. You know, we haven't had that much news just yet. We've had a couple press releases that definitely, again, got some traders excited. You know, like right now, JZXN, 7:15 in the morning, JZXN, 3-star press release right here, talks about, again, what? Talks about a foundation on Bitcoin. Bitcoin. It says JZXN partners with Solve Foundation on a $2.8 billion Bitcoin initiative to advance crypto treasury strategy. So look at JZXN right here. JZXN 3-star press release has to do with Bitcoin. And again, JZXN, let's go ahead and take a look over on this thing. This thing is slowly starting to grind its way on up from the price of 37 cents up to 60 cents. But that's what I want you guys to always understand right now. If I take a look at the most credible plays on the day, we have BKYI, which is a good solid press release. We have SOHO, which is getting acquired, which is a good solid press release. And we have JZXN that has Bitcoin. That is a good solid press release. And again, we have a stock up 146%, 136%, and 72% on this time. Now, Dek, you know, can stocks become top gainers without any sort of news? Well, that's where the issue happens. The issue is stocks, again, will become top gainers. Excuse me. But if they do not have any sort of news, that's where a lot of these plays, guys, are not, they don't hold their gains very well. And let's think about this. Why would stocks that are top gainers of today and they don't have any sort of news not hold their gains very well? Well, it's because stocks move up because you and I buy them. People buy them. The general public buys them. If there's not good credibility behind it, the stock could just implode on itself, right? A great example of today was right here. Take a look at this. It says SLGB, no news, pump and dump example. SLGB, no news. Number 2 top gainer to now in the red, pump and dump. SLGB hit new highs with no news, but it had a low float of 975K. Shortly after, momentum shifted and a major dump occurred. While we enjoy alerting lower float stocks due to the nature of their higher volatility, we do always want to warn you that a lower float stock with no news can easily become a pump and dump. When a stock spikes from a low float and no news, it's purely momentum based. This means once momentum turns, there's no support to hold the stock back on up. Do not fall into the trap of emotional trading and buying a stock up 100% just because it's up. Guys, I see that all the time on social media, on Reddit, on different boards where people buy stocks just because other people are making money on them, right? You don't know anything about the play. You didn't do any research. You didn't do anything. You just realize other people are making money. I want to make money. Let me buy it. So look what happened on SLGB today. SLGB, this stock went all the way from the price of $5 to $12. People bought in at 10, 11, 12. Why is the stock up? I'm having so much fun. Foop, momentum shifts. The stock absolutely collapsed, right? So many people probably got roasted, got toasted, got demolished, got evaporated, vaporized. And again, SLGB right here. That's what you guys got to note. That's what you guys got to understand right here. If a stock does not have credibility, most of the time, it's not even worth your time. So that's why, again, BKYI strengthens its security, right? We have SOSO, again, talking about being backed up with this joint venture. We want to look for these good, credible stocks, these good, credible plays that are going to actually have growth. Little heads on up. These are, again, some leading and emerging theme lists, some different plays that are inside, semiconductor, data centers, artificial intelligence, AI software, aerospace. If you guys are looking for different themes, make sure you guys go check these on out. But really, again, one of the best themes of this year, for anyone who does not know just yet, the best themes of this year has been probably AI data centers. One of the best climbers of this entire year has been stock ticker NBIS, which just has to do with AI data centers. Now, the thing is, what is AI data centers? What is actually happening? Well, let's go over this, and let's explain it all. So what we have right now, guys, is AI is expanding in a rapid pace. We are seeing AI, what it grow 38% global market already so far in 2025, excuse me. We have a 38% growth in 2025 in artificial intelligence, and this has no signs of slowing down in any sort of way. It's one of the first times in history that we have developed products, working products, that are all set, ready to go, but we need to be able to have the energy, the power, the storage. We need to be able to have the infrastructure to catch up to our products. That's a pretty wild thing to be thinking about, because usually it's the other way around. Usually we'll have the infrastructure, we'll have all the supply, but our tech just isn't there yet. We have to develop it. We have to come up with it. It takes years of research. Right now is a very weird and awesome time where we have all this crazy AI. We have these chips. We have these insane prompts. If that's ChatGPT, if that's OpenAI, if that's Sora, but our infrastructure needs to catch up now. So again, what do we need? We need more power. We need to be able to have more energy. We need to be able to have a place to actually store all of this. And one of that is going to be the data centers. Data centers have been absolutely insane so far in 2025, popping up like dandelions in a weed-infested yard. What we have right now is the United States is absolutely crushing it with data centers, and that's fantastic and that's amazing. But when we take a look at this here, traders, we want to start thinking about, is it too late to invest in data centers? Like right now, when we take a look over on NBIS, NBIS is one of the best plays of 2025 so far. We can see that this stock, if we go back over towards a weekly time frame, we could see that again, we went all the way from around the price of $27 to now up to $122. That's absolutely fantastic. What about IREN? When we take a look over on IREN, so far this year, we have gone all the way down from around $5 to now recently $65. You guys can see VRT, another great company as well. VRT, this has gone all the way from around the price of $25 up to $190. The thing is, traders, I know it's never good. It never feels good to invest into a company that has already gone on a $100 spike because you feel like you missed out. And now again, if we are thinking about penny stocks, if we're thinking about, low float plays, and I see a stock go from $5 and shoots up to $20, yes, I do not feel comfortable ever recommending that. I do not ever want to put out, hey, everyone, let's go buy it, because it has the odds of dropping in a very quick manner. Now, these are not low float plays. These are credible companies with good revenue that, again, we want to see if they are going to be able to have continuous breakouts to the upside. So again, VRT, it's a play that I would definitely wait for a pullback. It's a play that I would definitely wait to maybe try to get back down to 150. But it's still a great company. And guess what? We are still in relatively early. And I know that's such an overplayed word, but if data centers just started really popping up in 2025, 2024, it's okay to say, oh man, AI. That would be like, again, being like, oh, I invested into the internet in 2001. Oh, well, Dek, the internet got really hot in 1999. Okay, that's okay. Yes, we have pullbacks. Yes, there's going to be times that we have drops. But I want you to at least be aware of these, because these could easily go on big time spikes, rips, and runs. HOTH, I did hear have breakthrough as a keyword. I do have like a breakthrough, especially with biopharmaceutical companies. Breakthrough is one of my AI words, guys. So I always, I heard that, so I kind of just wanted to stop my train of thought, because whenever I hear the word breakthrough, it gets alerted to me through an AI voice, just so I don't miss it. But HOTH isn't really doing too much at this moment. Okay, so as of now, we know, again, we'll go over this in a second. I want to make sure we're not missing anything. I think we're all good. Yada, 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 yada. There was, again, U.S.-China agree framework of trade deal ahead of Trump meeting. What we can talk about that coming on up. But before we even do that, let's go over what were some of the best stocks of last week. Because traders, it is so important to have this information right here. Let's scroll back on up. These were the best top gainers of last week. Now, why is this important? Because as of now, you are doing research and asking yourself at this moment, where can I go ahead and buy? What can I buy right now? And obviously, traders, some people are saying, oh, Dek, well, maybe again, we can do BKYI. Maybe, right? Or, hey, Dek, we saw SOHO had some news, right? SOHO got acquired at around $2.15. It's probably not going to be moving too much, right? And what about CLIK? Well, it went on a spike and started coming back on down. Well, what about JZXN? It's gone on a spike and started coming back on down. One of my favorite things to do every single day is look at the past. Look at stocks that are relevant. Because right now, team, if you had to ask me, you had to say to yourself, hey, Dek, how do you become the best stock trader you can be? Well, again, it does come on down to a recipe. It comes on down to a routine every single day. You guys want to hear the routine? I'll tell you exactly how to do it, okay? First things first is you got to realize that there are 10,587 stocks available to trade, Okay, this is a large amount of stocks that you are going to have to get yourself involved in. And again, just want to make this perfectly clear. I truly just want to give you the secret sauce right now on how to become a better stock trader every single day to be able to know what is going to be the best play of the morning. This is not, again, some sort of gimmick of go buy this course. This is literally, let me tell you on how day traders find the best play every single morning. You guys ready? Here we go. Number one, we are over on FinViz, and we're just recognizing that there are 10,587 stocks. Now, you come up to me and you say, hey, Dek, what's the best play of the day? I'm going to have a hard time finding that number one, number two. So again, I want to be able to kind of filter these on out and be able to understand, okay, how do I do this? Well, one of the most important things that we are going to want to do is be able to look for stocks that are going to be on that lower float side. We already know the float are the shares available to the public. The lower the float, the higher the demand, the bigger the spike. Now, that's a recipe within the recipe that we're going to want to note. So we want to be able to look at stocks that have a lower supply. Lower supply is going to be anything that is going to be under 20 million in float. When we have under 20 million in float, that's going to be considered a lower supply. Now, what's the other part of this, traders? We need a low supply and a high demand. Because right here, traders, we already gone from 10,000 stocks to now, again, 1,900 stocks. So we're already making significant progress just, again, by wiping out stocks that maybe are too large in float as a day trader. As a day trader, I want to find things that are fast, active, moving, that can be able to make me some money. So now, again, we have 1,900 plays. Okay, cool. Now, Dek, that's still a large amount. So how can we filter this out? Well, again, we need demand. Now, where does demand come from? Demand is going to come from a reason for us to buy the play. Not just 1,900 plays randomly spike on up. 1,900 plays don't randomly go on nice climbs. We need to be able to figure out, why would someone buy one of these plays and all of a sudden lead towards a 100% spike? Well, that comes on out because the stock has some sort of news on the day. News, credibility. So what do I do here? I'm on Fox Runner at this time. I go over to my additional filters. I make it 0 to 20 million in float. 0 to 20 million in float. That means all of these press releases that come on out here today are all going to be within 0 and 20 million in float, as you guys can see on the side over here. So now we are going from 10,000 stocks to 1,900 stocks to now probably going to get about 200 to 300 stocks that have some sort of news. Now, what's the best thing about this here, traders? We can either A, just watch to see what news comes on out and see what stocks, go on big time breakouts or big time moves. Or B, we can be able to help ourselves even more, where we could say, all right, hey, if it comes out with positive endpoints, or again, a positive CEO statement, or phase 2, phase 3, significant treatments on cancer or partnerships or collaborations, guess what? I want to be alerted on it in the star rating right here. Okay, that's great. And let's be able to help ourselves out even more. Maybe, again, there's some really hot keywords right now or things that I like. Whenever I see the word positive phase trials, I always like to be aware of that. So again, I want to be able to type that on out to be able to see phase treatments. If I see, again, groundbreaking results, here's phase right here. Here's positive data right here. Maybe, again, I'm really into quantum. So I'm seeing that gold has been recently very hot. Rare earth materials or minerals have been very hot. NVIDIA partnerships. So again, let's make our life easier from there. So now, again, we have, again, stocks that are inside the low float, stocks that are going to have demand. And now we also, if you do not know, realize that stocks come out at the times of 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, where we usually see the best rips, the best runs, the best pops, the best climbs. So again, we have BKYI today. If we want to go ahead and check these on out, all the top gainers with the best news as examples, we had BKYI today, 5 million in float. Came out with the press release a little bit early, but you guys can see just because it is early right now, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. BKYI came out with a press release for a partnership, which is absolutely great. SOSO came out with a press release up 136% being acquired. That's absolutely great. JZXN came out with a press release where, again, they're working on a Bitcoin treasury for, again, $2.8 billion. So now, again, if we know what time to look at the news scanner and give ourselves a ton of cheat sheets with keywords and star ratings, and of course have the low float setting correct, now what we're going to be able to do every single day, when you ask me what is going to be the best play of the day, I'm going to say, let's get prepared in the next 4 minutes here to see, again, this play be able to open on up, go on a nice rip, and see what stocks come on out and are available for us to be able to trade. Because really, after this happens now, and let's just take, again, BKYI or one of these other stocks as an example. BKYI, Stocks trying to hold on up, came out with that press release at 5:30 in the morning. Stock started exploding and working its way on up. When we take a look at these plays, there's always 3 different ways that you guys can trade a stock. 3 different ways for you as a day trader to be able to make money. And the thing is, what are those 3 different ways? Number 1 is you buy. You get ready for the breakout. You are a buyer. Now, how would a buyer work? What would we want out of a buyer? The buyer would be the person that is all set watching the news coming on up at 8 o'clock or 8:15 or 8:30 or 9 o'clock, where we are saying, all right, 8 a.m. is next. I am going to be watching 8 a.m. for the best news. I'm going to be watching for, again, low floats, and I'm going to be looking for those hot keywords that we love, right? And now, the moment that these come on out, I'm going to look to enter them right away to get that big time breakout. I'm going to look to enter them right away to be able to get that nice big spike. So for instance, today we did have a very nice press release over on ZBIO. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but ZBIO, this was again alerted over here in the news alert section. And we see ZBIO announces positive results from phase 2 trials. Phase 2, positive results. Biopharmaceutical company has a good credible press release. And guess what the stock did? If you were early, let's say again at the time of 7 o'clock or 7:02 or 7:03 or 7:05 or 7:10, guess what? And it actually started spiking at 7:06. Stock goes from $26 to $30 to $40 to $50. This was at again the time of 7 o'clock. You had until 7:10. So you had about, or 7:13, you had about a 10 to 13 minute span to make money. If you're after that 10 to 15 minute span, what do you want to do now? Well, you are no longer going to be a buyer because now you have to buy at the very tippity top. Now, again, what you want to be is a shorter. You are again realizing that you have missed the spike. The stock has already gone on a big rip and run. The stock has already gone up too high. So you missed it, and that's okay. But now it's overbought. So now the stock's going to come back on down. So you are actually saying, you know what? Maybe I missed these hot news. Let me go ahead and short it after it comes all the way, goes on too big of a spike where I know these are going to come crashing all the way back on down. So that's your last option. Or again, last but not least, is especially when stocks are good and healthy and credible and people like them, you can always look for these dip buys. Now, obviously, a dip buy might not always be a stock that's going to rise all the way back up towards highs. But at the same time, you can always look for the dip buy if you miss the breakout, if you miss the short, and now you're saying, all right, let's see if it crashes on down. I could get a dip buy opportunity. So right now, team, at this time, we got about 30 seconds until brand new news comes on out. Now we could take what we have learned and we can go ahead and apply it and be able to say, all right, hey, let's see if we can find the number 1 top gainer of the day. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the number 1 best spike. Let's see if we can go ahead and find the number 1, best ripper and runner on this day. That's what we're always searching for. That's what we're always looking at. And I know, again, the thing is, people, it used to always blow my mind. Be like, man, if I just could, find the news the moment it comes on out. Well, this is again what tells us it. So right here, team, 8 o'clock is here. Let's see if we see anything spiking, ripping, running, popping, climbing. Now, there will be times as well. There will be times that maybe a big rip and run happens on a stock that's over 20 million in float. And that's going to happen. But at the same time, I want you guys to just be fully aware that, a lot of times it's going to be 20 million in float around and under. So let's see if we get anything at 8 o'clock. We have Bitcoin, Bitfu launches. So again, we do have a Bitcoin press release. We also have achieved 90% tumor rate. Let me go ahead and take a look over on ATON. ATON shows direct achievement of 90%. We also have demonstrating. We also have receives an award. Receives an award, COCP. Again, usually you receive an award for good news. Guys, INAB also, again, popping on up right now. INAB says data is demonstrating deep B cell depletion for autoimmune indications. So again, usually demonstrate something you're proud of. We have phase 2, phase 1. We're still trying to see which one is going to be able to kind of steal the hype. Let's see which one steals the hype here. We have phase 2, initiates phase 2. That's not, again, initiates phase 2 is not, again, phase 2 results. We're starting phase 2. So there is, again, some, kind of, you got to clear out, any bad ones that we see right here. Right now, INAB had the best little pop so far. Is there anything else? SOWG wins a contract. You can see, again, that's a keyword, wins. RECT right here. RECT also a little choppy. You can see partners, aka partnership. So let's see if there's anything that's going to be amazing right now. Now, not every single press release is going to be amazing. Let's understand that, guys. Not every single not every single 30 minutes is going to be amazing, but you can already see what's happening. Okay, hey, yeah, Dek, RECT, 3-star word. What's your 3-star word right here? Partnership. Okay, so that's why that one has already spiked 27%, right? Hey, Dek, SOWG, what's happening? Well, it wins. What is it winning? It's winning again $5 million. Okay, so that's making sense on why it's going on up. ATON, why is this one starting to move on up? Why is ATON up 16%? Because it's achieving 90% tumor growth, right? In its, clinical trials. So right now, do we have a 150% spiker? No, we don't. But again, we are at least understanding the concept of saying, all right, we find these plays, low floats with hot, good, credible news. These are the ones that maybe could start spiking a little bit better. So right now, I would say, again, let's keep our eyes peeled over on RECT, a 27% top gainer, which does have the word partnership right here. RECT has gone from $3 up to $4.60, does have about a 20-cent spread. If this thing starts breaking $5, we could start taking on off. Now, RECT, again, what's the big thing right here? Partnership. Make sure you guys have an AI voice alert for partnership, and make sure you guys have your keyword for partnership. So if you guys do not, make sure, again, you guys go over to the keyword section, add the word partnership, and turn on voiceover. That'll give you a voice alert every time it comes on out, and on top of that, it'll highlight it in whatever color you want it. So you guys just don't miss it, okay? But now, again, take a look. RECT traders. RECT going absolutely explosive at this moment. Now, RECT, $4 to $6, up to $7.88. Can everyone understand now the secret sauce on how to be able to do this? Can everyone understand? It's like, Dek, again, you're blowing my mind right here, teaching me how to find the #1 best play every single day. So now, again, people are saying to themselves, okay, hey, out of 10,000 stocks, I know how now to filter it on out. Out of 10,000 stocks, I know how to be able to find the best play. Out of these 10,000 plays, we just found live with you right here the #1 play. So yes, here, traders, this is just a recipe that you guys are going to have to follow. It's a recipe that you guys are going to want to have step by step over, okay? So make sure that you guys are all good. Now, yes, if you guys do want the same exact, again, scanners that I have, #1, make sure you guys go ahead and get Fox Runner. Fox Runner is the scanner. Again, that's what I use every single day to find all the best plays every single morning. Make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. So again, if you guys have not used this yet, make sure you guys go do it. This is, again, Fox Runner. You guys do get a free 30-day pass. There is a free version of it. But again, the reason why I love the scanner so much is just because it literally does this. Now, again, if you're late, you can look for a short. If you're late to the short, you can look for a dip buy. But that is absolutely beautiful, absolutely incredible, and absolutely amazing. Also, little heads on up. After I find this news, I now, again, put it over on my charting over here. If you guys, again, have not, make sure you guys go get yourself Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is the charting right here. And the charting is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to show us, again, what's moving, what's ripping, what's running. So, again, Trade Ideas is absolutely incredible. You guys can put Dekmar trades for 15% off and to execute these trades. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys go get one of the best brokers in the world, Cobra. Cobra has shorts on nearly everything. Make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock, ready to dive yourself on in and get yourself pumped on up. Man, it is going to be an absolutely awesome day. Amazing job to every single trader here. Amazing work from everyone. Getting some big time breakouts, some big time moves, some big time hype, and some big time action. But this is the type of stuff I love. Guys, if you guys are loving this, can you guys do me one favor? If you guys think I even brought you a hint of value today, smash that thumbs on up right now. Retweet this. Say, Dek, I love you. And I will return the favor and say, I love you too. What is the word of the day today, guys? The word of the day of today is going to be intimacy. Me and you being intimate with one of another. Am I using that word correct? And what I mean is, I'm hoping that you and I can learn from each other. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly. Maybe I'm getting a little. I think I'm misinterpreting it a little bit. But I want to be intimate with you. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say right now that you and I, we belong together. Okay. So, beautiful work. Beautiful job. Smash that thumbs on up right here. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely great. And I hope you guys, again, are enjoying this. So now, again, you got the big time spike. Nice big move. Now, again, starting to come back on down here. RECT, by far the best play of today on the 8 a.m. press release wave. But now, again, guess what? If you missed the 8 a.m. press release wave, it's okay. Because now you get to do it all over again at 8:30. And if you miss it at 8:30, it's okay. You can do it all again at 9 a.m. And if you miss 9 a.m., it's okay. Then you wait till the next day and you do it at 7 o'clock. Like, I don't know if you guys like realize a lot of my trades nowadays. A lot of my trades, like, I am done usually trading by like 10 a.m. because I like trying to get the majority of my trades in during pre-market when things are hot and moving and fast. Guys, I went to the New York Stock Exchange the other week. It was like, you know, probably almost a month ago now. Cobra was able to take me on out there, and it's absolutely fantastic. It was amazing. We had our rooftop party, all that good stuff. But again, I spoke to, again, all the guys on the New York Stock Exchange, literally the traders, the market makers. And by, again, 9:45, 10 o'clock, the place is empty. You might be like, where the heck is everyone? And I walk up to a guy, and I'm like, hey, where is everyone? He's like, oh, they're out fishing. They went fishing. They're out to the gym right now. It's like, what do you mean they're fishing the gym? They're like, oh, yeah, we trade in pre-market at the start of the day, and usually by 10 o'clock, we're done, and we come back at around 3 o'clock for power hour. So I'm like, you guys don't do anything from like 11, 12, 1, 2? And they're like, no, not really. It's just like there's no volume. There's not as much volatility. So the thing is, you could see a lot of these plays going big rips, big runs, come crashing back on down. Now, team, here we go. Take a look at what we have right now. Let's think about every option out of, again, the versions that I taught you. We have right here the 3 different ways that you can trade and be successful as a stock trader. We said, number 1, you can go ahead and be a buyer. Dek, I see the news come on out. We saw this at 4. We saw this at $4.50. We saw this at $5. I'm going to profit from here all the way on up to here. That's a great area to profit. Dek, I missed out on the spike. Well, what's the number 2 option? Let me short it back on down. Long upper shadow formed. I can, again, short it from here to here, and I'm going to profit from here down to here. Okay, that's awesome. And again, the other option could be, this is the 3rd chance of success, which is going to be, hey, Dek, the stock just fell from $8 back on down to $5. I'm going to look for a dip buy from here, and again, you could profit up to here. So we went over how to be able to filter out 10,000 different stocks to find the number 1 best spiker of the day. We went over every single different way that you could be able to trade it. We went over step by step on how to find these plays, execute on these trades, and be able to continue to make money on these plays. I don't know what else I can do for you. You want to lift with me? You want me to make your diet? You want to play a couple golf rounds for me? I'll teach you how to get a nice little stroke. I just, again, like, I'm at the point in my trading career that all I want to do is just give you guys answers. Like, I'm not trying to, like, edge people on and be like, oh, hey, you know, come back tomorrow and I'll give you the better answer. It's like, I'll just give it to you. You guys are good. You guys are here. You guys are learning. You guys want to become better. I want to teach you. That's it. Phase data just came on out here. So now RECT trying to squeeze. We do have what? We have a Maurice Appoint-Hanlitz, Chief Tech Officer, has phase data. All right, RECT guys starting to get the bounce play back on up now. Beautiful work, beautiful job. Congrats to everyone making their money here today. I hope every single person is done trading before the market opens up today. I hope every single person is done trading before the market opens up today. Well, Dek, what am I supposed to do with my entire day? Well, that's the beautiful thing about stock trading. People have come and fallen into the trap where you work a normal 9-to-5 job and you are sitting behind your screen. You are sitting in a cubicle. You are sitting in an office space for 8 hours a day just begging to go home. So then you said, you know what? I'm going to start stock trading. And then you start stock trading, and now you're sitting 8 hours a day in front of this screen, but at least you somewhat enjoy it. But now you're over trading. Now you're gambling. Now you're... Guys, I think the biggest sign of wealth is not someone who drives a Ferrari, not someone who, again, has a big house. I think the biggest sign of wealth that you can possibly ever have is going to be someone who has time. Someone that's just like, hey, you want to go golfing on a Wednesday? It's like, it's a Wednesday, man. It's like, yeah, let's go golfing. Like, it's 12 o'clock on a Wednesday. Like, aren't you done with work? It's like, no, I got work for another 5 hours. Hey, I'm going to go take a trip. Yeah, I'm going to take the family. We're going down to Florida. It's like, does your work allow you to have that time off? I'm just going to bring my computer, trade for a few hours every single day. Like, the biggest sign of wealth you can have is someone that is not trapped at that 9 to 5 job. Someone that is working, getting stuff done, being able to make money, but at the same time can go out and enjoy life. Because too many people wake up, go on an hour-long commute, sit in their office, drive back an entire hour. Now they're tired. They get dinner. They want to chill. Last thing they want to do is hang out with their wife or husband or kids now, because now they're too exhausted. Now they feel bad. Now they're getting into this trap of feeling bad, working, not seeing their family. Problems are starting to happen. Let's avoid all that, right? Just trade some stocks, have a good recipe for success. Let's, again, it's 8:12. Someone set up a 9:50 tea time for me. RECT right here. Guys, there's that perfect dip buy. Look at that great dip buy if you guys missed it. So RECT, absolutely beautiful. And it's 8:13 in this market right here and right now. RECT traders. Dek, where do you think this one is going to get up to? This one's going to get up towards around 875. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just got to blow my nose. I'll be back in 1 moment. I've been fighting a little bit of a cold at this time. Trying to make sure I'm doing everything right. Want to continuously stay healthy. Claire, I need some new tissues. I appreciate everyone. The thing is, guys, you know, obviously the weather's starting to change, starting to get a little colder. You know, for me, I'm a very, I like to think, grounded person. But when it comes on down, you think, again, I let 2-ply hit this nose? Do you think I even let 4-ply when I'm blowing my nose into this thing? No. Guys, I do 12-ply, all toilet paper. It's illegal in the United States. I probably shouldn't even say that. All, again, my toilet paper gets shipped over from, again, the inner jungles of Cambodia. That's the only thing touching this face, as, again, I blow out anything I don't want. That's what's happening, guys. Cambodian toilet paper. RECT working itself on up. Right now, this play has gone from, again, 330 up towards around that 870 mark. Now, traders, a little heads up for every single person, for anyone who does not know. Right? 875 is usually a very strong area of resistance. 875, for anyone who does not know, usually just holds up as a tough area. Now, I know you're like, why? It's just one of those weird things that you will learn in stock trading, especially in the day trading world, that usually right around 875, 870, we usually start seeing stocks reverse. We usually see stocks, fade and fall. We usually see stocks, start dropping back on down. It happens so often that we usually hit 875 that this is over in our Tradecaster library. So obviously, we have Tradecaster. This is where I live stream every single day. We have a video library here, team. And if you scroll on back down towards where we have right here, we have trendline lessons, indicator lessons, entries and exits, level 2 boot camp lessons. If you scroll on down to our classic lessons, I probably made this video like 10 years ago. 7 years ago, I made this video. 7 years ago, I made a video that says 875 rule. And the 875 rule basically is if you go from $4, $5, $6 and you run up to 8, you're most likely going to turn in reverse of some sense at 875. I made this video 7 years ago. What do we have right now? Stock's down from 3, 4, 5. What's the high of the day right now? 870. It's just one of those things, guys. Right? It's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a good analogy for it. It's like, why does, it's like maybe it's going to rain and all the leaves start flipping over. And it's like, why does that happen? And I mean, there's more of a reason for it. It's like, oh, so it doesn't, you know what I mean. All right, just stick with 875 UGC reversals. I couldn't think of a good analogy on the spot. All right, someone help me out. Right now, still watching to see what we can do here. Josh, Deck, I use 17 ply here. Awesome from Cambodia. You must have a different supplier than me. I got to get in touch with you, buddy. Got to get in touch. Got to link on up. I'll tell you, it feels good when, again, you're blowing your nose. It also feels good. Never mind. SO, BKYI, RECT, CLIK, SOHO. All right, team. Next opportunity would be, again, at around that 8:30 area. We have RECT, BKYI, CLIK. Man, we're going to have a good day ahead. But it seems like every single trade is running up towards RECT, and we are getting that 875 pop. We had the nice reversal at 875 all the way down to 735. Traders are running into this play like absolute madness. And remember, now what's next? $10. $10 is the next resistance line. Stock is squeezing, spiking, we're running. It's going all the way. $10 next strong resistance line. Currently up 170% on the day. And where did this all come from? Right here. Look at this, guys. RECT. 3-star press release. Boom. Deck, why 3-star? 3-star partnership. Taking a look over here, partnership. Also, again, AI voice alert, have it set for partnership. Taking a look over on the stock, we could see, again, partners with, again, technology of drive expansion and renewable energy sources. Even if you missed it right there, they do have our news alerts right here. RECT partners with, again, Pansec technology. Stock has been exploding ever since. We could also see, again, right now, RECT taking the number 3 top gainer up 125% with good credible news at this time. So, I mean, today's perfect. Today's already like, even though I didn't trade right here, it was a great, it's like, I feel like a proud teacher. Today is like one of those days that like I'm sitting there and I just want someone to come up to my desk and give me an apple and just be like, hey, here you go, Mr. Dekmar. This is for you. Thank you for teaching me. I'm off to, again, summer, but I'll never forget you. For everyone that's watching over on Stocktwits right now, I hope, again, I changed your life today, and I hope you say, I'll never forget you. And I say, I'll never forget you, little Timmy Jones. Have a good, I hope, again, I see you on Wall Street, little Timmy Jones. And next time I see you, I say, Timmy, you've really grown up a lot. Thank you for the apple you gave me back in the day. So right now, RECT still trying to squeeze, still trying to spike, and still trying to push itself on up. If you guys have not yet, smash that thumbs on up. If you guys have not yet, hit that like button. If you have not shared this with a friend, if you have not, again, printed out photos of me and put them up on your street, make sure you guys go do that right now. Hit that thumbs on up. Hit that subscribe button. And if you do not feel like I'm giving you any value so far right now, what I want you to do is click that X button in the top right-hand corner of that browser. I want you to get absolutely butt naked and stare at yourself in the mirror and go in your bathroom and just say, look yourself in the eyes and just say, I am a loser. That's what you should do right now, okay? RECT, looking for that break of $10. Let's see if RECT can get that break. Also, BLNE just came out with a 3-star press release. What is this one? BLNE has the word successful. Says, again, BLNE, the digital mortgage lender builder for next-gen homeowners, today announced the successful what? Today announced... Oh, it's being processed right now. So there was a successful press release. We'll see if that one starts getting some hype. Does have about 17 million in float over on BLNE. BLNE starting to get a little bit of buying volume. Little bit, not much. 3-star press release does have the word success in it. Does help. Might get a little pop up to $4. Obviously, right now, all eyes are over on RECT at this moment. Alicia Max, I love my Tradecaster people. Hey, we love you. We love you. Right now, yep, guys. Right now, all eyes are still on RECT, taking over as the #1 top gainer. Deck, my broker won't allow me to be able to, again, trade RECT. Guys, that is unacceptable. I will tell you that right now. If your broker is not allowing you to trade your own money, leave that broker immediately. That is unacceptable. How old are you? 20, 30, 40, 50? You, again, deposited money into that broker for whatever reason, and now they're saying, oh, we won't allow you to trade. And when there's a 160% spike, when we found RECT at 8 o'clock and now it's 8:22 and you could have made any sort of money and your broker is restricting your funds, if your broker is restricting your funds, you should leave them immediately. All right? I just posted my broker over in the YouTube chat for you. Again, I use a Cobra. So for anyone who does not know, Cobra is, I personally believe, the best broker in the world. You guys can go ahead and get a free month of commissions, 50% off commissions for life, and free month of software. We're actually working on a deal right now that they're just going to make it free commissions the rest of the year and free platform the rest of the year. And again, we would give away trade ideas and give away Fox Runner. We're working on that deal right now. That things could get a little crazy coming up in the future. Guys, as I said, I'm at the point in my trading career right here, kind of being like, I don't know, a teacher, a streamer, an entertainer, a trader, whatever the heck you want to call me, that I've been doing this now for 10 years. I'm literally at the point that I'm just giving everything away. Like, I'm just, hey, let's just give away scanners that I can. Let's just hook people up. Let's just give people answers. Let's not have people buy courses. Let's literally just give them all the information they need. That's where I'm at with myself. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Guys, RECT, $10 top resistance. Starting to fade, starting to drop, and starting to get a little bit weaker right here and right now. Guys, we are coming on down to the end of my time over on Stocktwits. I will say right now, if you guys would like to, come on over towards, again, tradecaster.com. Join the party, join the fun. You guys can join the lobby right here. This is where I live stream every single day. So, again, we got our Stocktober going on. We got the chat room right here. If you guys would like, come on over here. Join a free 7-day pass right now at this moment, and you guys will be all good, ready to go. So if you guys want to be able to watch me trade the rest of the day today, if you guys want to join our community, come on over here to a free 7-day pass. Let's get involved. Let's have some fun, and we'll be all set, ready to go. RECT is starting to turn at this moment. Most likely next dip buy opportunity is going to be right around like $7, $7.10 to $6.90, that region. But let's get ready for 8:30 press release wave right around the corner. Let's get ready for our next spike and rip and run, and let's get ready for an absolutely amazing day. Guys, it's always an absolute blast. If you guys do not follow me over on X and on Stocktwits, make sure you guys, again, come on over here. Follow me on X right now. You guys can do that. And also, again, follow me over on Stocktwits. I'm very active on both of these platforms, always trying to give out a ton of great, credible information for everyone. Make sure you guys join it, and we'll be all set, ready to go. Hey, Stocktwits Nation, thank you so much. Enjoy those profits over on RECT. Happy Monday, Money Monday. That's my time here. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys next Monday. Maybe again, Stocktwits, we can start doing shows 2 times a week. I wouldn't mind that. I think the people would like it. We'll talk. We'll see what we can do. All right?